Your two favorite guys, Ryan and Steve from the Vinyl Record Mission.
Hello and welcome back to the Vinyl Record Mission. This is Steve here, and today I'm going to share some 45s with you that I brought home from dig number 4 over at Ryan's storage unit. Just some classic music, and then there was some other stuff that I just had to bring home with me too. But what I really enjoy is that I'm coming across a lot of 45s that are where the music is from the same era that these jukeboxes. This jukebox was actually made and after. So it's always nice to hear the great, early rock and roll, early rhythm and blues, early soul coming out of these jukeboxes. I'm happy that I'm finding a bunch of era relevant 45s in this dig over there at Ryan's place. So real quick, I'm going to go through them fast because I got quite a few. I'm just going to show them up to the camera and maybe shout out the name of the artist. The first one is this on Dot. This is Dawn and His Roses, and this is a great little, kind of a rockabilly tune that I really enjoyed listening to. Again, this is where my my little portable turntable comes into play here, pun intended. This is how I can listen to these because I have no idea what a lot of these are. Some of them I'm familiar with, but like I said before, whenever I get in front of records, I'm not reminded about how much I do know. I'm reminded about how much I don't know because there's so much music out there. It's just baffling. So next one here, this is Eddie Bluesman Kirkland on Prestige. Yeah, this is a great one too right here. And these are all in really great condition, unbelievable. Some of them don't even look like they've been played. This is Chill Me Baby. Then I've got Mojo Hand on Prestige as well by the great Lightning Hopkins. That's another one I'm going to be proud to put into that jukebox. And then this is the Ramrods here. This is Zigzag. That's a cool tune as well on the Amy label. And then I've got Hal Davis, Merchant of Love right there on the cool Wizard label. And then the Silhouettes. This is, this is the Rays. This is Daddy Cool. That's a classic as well. And then on Warwick, I got Buckeye by Johnny and the Hurricanes. And then it's a classic, the fantastic Johnny C. Boogaloo Down Broadway, or Boogaloo on Broadway on that great Philosoul label there. That's another awesome one. This is a fantastic picture sleeve from Elvis with Little Sister and his latest Flame on that classic, the RCA label there. And I actually have a mint copy of this without the picture sleeve. This copy is not mint, but it's still very playable for sure. But now I have a nice marriage there. This is Fontella Bass. Her voice, amazing. Absolutely beautiful on the Checker label. And then Runaround Sue, Dion. That should always come out of a jukebox. Can't wait to play that. And then some Bill Haley and the Comets. You gotta have See You Later Alligator. That's gonna be in there. This is Big Walter right here. You're the One I Need on Peacock. That's a great rocker right there. Really great one. Love that. I've got some Jimmy Reed. You Got Me Dizzy here on VJ. That'll be getting dropped in there as well. And then another great blues later. More modern blues, electric blues, Albert King on Stax. And then I've got some Bo Diddley. Signifying Blues right there. And Gunslinger on the other side on the Checker label. And then Dale and Grace. This is always fun. I'm Leaving It Up to You. This is a great one. Out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And then I got the Cadets. Don't Be Angry. Some Johnny Cash. This is a good tune right here. You Tell Me on Sun. Freddie Cannon on Swan. You saw that other Swan Monster we had, but this is not the same. But nevertheless, this is Way Down Yonder in New Orleans by Freddie Cannon. This is a mint copy of the Imperials' Tears on My Pillow. Just an amazing tune, kind of a doo-wop oldies, R&B tune. Beautiful label. The Crests, got to have some 16 candles coming out of there on Coed. And then this is another instrumental, kind of like, almost sounds kind of surf instrumental. This is Echo Boogie, Jorgen Ingman and his guitar. And then we've got some more Jerry Lee Lewis here, Love on Broadway, on a Later Sun reissue pressing. Beautiful Etta James on Argo, All I Could Do Was Cry. Yeah, there's got to be a slow song in there. And then Jimmy Clayton on the Ace label, I Trusted You. Next up is some R&B, soul, funk, mixed in a little bit, even a little bit of reggae, believe it or not. This right here is some reggae gospel, man. This is pretty amazing stuff right here. Some reggae gospel on this label, on Deuteronomy Records. That is a book in the scriptures, if you know your scriptures. This is a fireball right here. It's not worth much, but it's in mint condition. It's beautiful on a great label, The Groove Merchant. This is Lonnie Smith, Lean Meat. This is a killer funk tune. You know Lonnie Smith, man. He don't mess around. This is just an amazing tune. And then the other side is Keep On Lovin'. And then we've got Clarence Carter, 60 Minute Man. This is another great soul tune. On the other side, he's got a tune named Mother-in-Law, which, for all of those of you who have one, I have one. Mine is an angel. She's a great lady. And this would not be for her. There are some mother-in-laws out there that this record could be dedicated to. Trust me, if you've ever heard that song, you'll know why. And then I've got something from Jimmy Bo Horn. This is Dance Across the Floor. This is very much a disco tune from the 70s, late 70s, and on the Sunshine Sound label. And when you hear this record, you will know that it was produced by Casey and Finch, and those are the two gentlemen who are responsible for Casey and the Sunshine Band, hence the label Sunshine Sound. So you'll hear it when you hear this. It really models after the Casey and the Sunshine Band sound. This is a major funk, cool private press here on Freeform Records. Yeah, it is Freeform Experience. This is a heater. Very cool tune on here. On this side, blowing my mind. On the other side is a little bit of a ballad, but still that funk side is dynamite. This is a modern soul banger right here. This guy, he is known for minding his own business. Doesn't get involved in anything that doesn't concern him. And this is Jimmy Nunya. I'm waiting for the laughter. Yeah, Jimmy Nunya. Guy minds his own business. Anyways, this is on the Salsa Picante label, which could be, misleading, because it is very much a sweet soul. This is a baby making record right here. Side 1, you make a baby. Side 2, you make another baby. That's an amazing album, or an amazing 45. You should look that up and listen to it. This is on the Heat label, titled Smoke. And that's another great tune. This is from Gangster. This is a nice one too. And then I've got Ferguson, Davis, and Jones. This is a really nice soul piece right here on Epic. It's a promo copy. I think it's got both sides is the same thing. It's a promotional one, but that's a beautiful, beautiful soul tune. Some people have called it northern, but it's more modern. Not modern, but just straight soul. And then this, if you like gospel music, this is a really, really great gospel tune right here by the Bright Stars. And God is Able. It's a beautiful song, funky. Guy's got an amazing voice on here. So there was also some really cool, a few cool 80s 45s in there that I was really happy to find, and one of them is still sealed. This is really a rarity from 1983. This is Ebenosum on Electra Asylum. Yep, still in the shrink, has never been opened. That's a first for me to find a 45 from that era. And this is the famous tune A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y. I'm sure everybody's heard that. And yeah, that's a cool one. I was really happy to bring that home. This next one is just a song that just takes me back, really takes me back to those days of, you know, the early like Beat Street and all that breakdance music. This is Twilight, Electric Kingdom. Yeah, very, very cool. Love that song. Something about that bell in there. It's like the 80s cowbell that they used. And this is very, very cool. I was so happy to bring this home. This is, it's basically a comp from the folks at Sire Records with the Dead Boys, Talking Heads, The Saints, Richard Hell, and Voidoids. Yep, right here. Very, very cool piece that I got to bring home with me from there. They are on, however, they are not 45s. They are 33 7-inch 33s, as you can see there. That's the Dead Boys right there. I've got All This and More and Sonic Reducer on there. This is 1977, it looks like. And then on the other side is the Talking Heads on that one. And they've got Ooh Oh, Love Comes to Town and Don't Worry About the Government. You can still say that today. And then the other one on here is Richard Hell and the Voidoids, I guess. Blank Generation and Betrayal Takes Two. There's another one there. Hope I'm putting these in the right spot. And then the other side of that is the Saints, Stranded and Erotic Neurotic. There. And then there was this cool Skateboard Bill, Corky Carroll and his Fabulous Quartets. Picture sleeve on cool blue vinyl. Heavy Records, that's what that's on, that label. And then lastly, a 7-inch 33, oh no, this is a 45 RPM of The Clash on CBS. The City of the Dead on one side and Complete Control on the other. Lastly, I got some kind of like 60s cool psychedelic rock, you know, groups, straight ahead stuff that I love hearing come out of the jukebox. And first we got Try It from the Standells on the Tower label. And then this is kind of like a psych rock group from the Syndicate of Sound. That's another good one. Little Girl. And then my buddy JT, shout out to him about this Humble Pie, Hot and Nasty. Got two of these, JT. Guess what might be coming your way? And then they got some Animals. Of course, their music was so timeless. This sounds great coming out of the juke too. Got a couple from the Animals. This is another one on the MGM label. And then I've got Argent. This is a powerhouse right here. This is 1972 promo copy, Tragedy. It's a real cool listen as well. Got some from the Seeds, No Escape on the Crescendo GNP. Of course, You Really Got Me. The Kinks on Reprise. That's a great one. And this one kills me, man. I just love this song. It's, you know, he's known more for the other song, which is Devil with the Blue Dress On. Yeah. That's Mitch Ryder, man. But this, I Had It Made. Is that what it is? I Had It Made. Man, that's a dancer right there. That is a killer. That's got a killer beat to it, killer rhythm. And his voice, he just sounds out of sight on this record. And that's on New Voice. So that's it. Those are the 45s that I was able to bring back from Ryan's. All right, man. Thanks for joining me on this edition of the Vinyl Record Mission. And in true fashion, we'll see you on the next dig.
Thank you so much for your time. Make sure you hit like and subscribe so that way you don't miss out on any future videos.